If your guard gets passed before you even start attacking, the problem might not be your sweeps, your submissions, or your lack of fancy entries. The problem might be that your guard does not survive long enough for any of that stuff to matter. And that is one of the most frustrating feelings in Jiu-Jitsu, because you sit down thinking you are going to play guard, but before you can build grips, before you can set your feet, before you can even decide what attack you want, the other person is already around your legs. First, your knees get beaten, then your hip angle disappears, then your frames are late, then you are flat, then you are stuck under side control, wondering why every guard instructional looks good in drilling, but falls apart the second someone starts passing for real. That is the exact problem this course is supposed to fix. Today, I studied Guard Retention Anthology by Lachlan, Giles and Ariel Tabak, available on BJJ Fanatics. This is the full bundle, so it includes both big parts of the system, around and under, and through the legs and close range. The listed price is $297, and by the end of this review, I will give it a clear score out of 10 based on teaching clarity, real training usefulness, organization, price, and who this course actually helps most. The main idea of this instructional is very simple, but it is also something most grapplers skip. You cannot have a dangerous guard if you cannot keep your guard. You can buy all the attacking systems you want. You can study leg locks, inversions, K-guard, collar sleeve, whatever you want. But if good passers are getting around your legs before your attack even starts, all of those attacks stay imaginary. That is why guard retention is not just a defensive skill. It is the thing that lets your offense exist. What Lachlan and Ariel are teaching here is not just one escape or one trick. It is a full way of thinking about staying safe on bottom. When the passer starts going around your legs, under your legs, through the middle, smashing close range, entering headquarters, knee cutting, leg dragging, stacking, or attacking half guard, the course is trying to give you layered answers instead of one desperate reaction. And that word layered is probably the most important thing in this review. Most people do not lose guard because they know zero techniques. They lose guard because they only have one answer. They frame once, the passer beats the frame, and then the whole position collapses. They move their hips once, the passer follows, and then they are stuck. They try to pummel a leg, back inside, but they are late, and now they are already defending the pass instead of retaining guard. This course is valuable because it teaches you what to do when the first answer fails. If your first frame is beaten, you need the next frame. If your knee line is beaten, you need a way to recover it. If your hips are being controlled, you need to change the angle. If your legs are getting pinned, you need to pummel back inside. If the passer closes distance, you need different answers than when they are trying to run around you from far away. That is the part that makes this different from a normal move collection. It is not just, here is a technique against the Toreando, here is a technique against the leg drag, here is a technique against the knee cut. It is more like, here is how the passer is winning the position, here is what you need to protect first, here is what you recover second, and here is how you get back to a guard where you can actually attack again. That is a massive difference, because when your guard retention is bad, sparring feels like panic. You are always late, you are always chasing, you are always bench pressing the passer off you, you are always turning the wrong way, you are always trying to recover after the pass is already 90% finished. But when your guard retention gets better, the whole feeling of playing guard changes. You start seeing the pass earlier, you start recognizing the same problems, you stop treating every passing exchange like a brand new emergency. And that is when guard starts becoming fun again. If this is the kind of guard you are trying to build, the link to the full instructional is in the description and pinned comment. So you can open the course page, check what is inside, and decide if it fits your game. Also, before buying anything on BJJ Fanatics, check the website, sale banner, current sale, and checkout page for any active discount code, because a lot of the time, you do not need to pay the full listed price. Now, what does the course actually cover? The full bundle is built around two major sections. Around and under focuses more on passes, where the person is going around your legs, or attacking from angles, things like toreando passing, stack passing, leg drags, and other over or around style passing problems. Through the legs and close range, focuses more on passes through the middle and close range pressure, like knee cuts, half guard passing, smash passing, headquarters, and the situations where the passer gets close enough that your normal open guard starts to feel like it is dying. So the bundle makes sense because these are two different passing problems. Far range passing and close range passing do not feel the same when someone is running around your legs. Your distance, feet, and hip movement matter a lot. When someone is smashing close, your frames, inside position, knee line, and ability to make space become more important. If you only study one side of that, your guard can still have a huge hole. The best thing about the course is how complete it feels. From the course page and the material described, this is not a small instructional. It is a serious, long study of guard retention. It covers a lot of the common passing problems people actually use in live rounds, and it also includes live rolling footage of Lachlan and Ariel applying these ideas in training, which matters because guard retention can look fake if it is only shown in perfect drilling situations. The biggest positive is simple. This course teaches the skill that lets your entire guard game exist. If your guard gets passed every round, buying another attacking guard course might not fix the real issue. You might not need more offense yet. You might need to stop bleeding position first. And for that problem, this is one of the strongest instructionals I have seen. But the weakness is also obvious. This course is long, very long. If you are the kind of person who buys an instructional, watches 20 minutes, takes one move, and never opens it again, this is probably going to feel like too much. Lachlan is very detailed, and that is part of why his teaching is good, but it also means the course is dense. You cannot treat this like a quick highlight video. This is something you study slowly, test in positional sparring, and come back to again and again. The second weakness is that this is mainly about guard retention when you are on your back. It is not really the course I would buy first. If my main goal was seated guard, hand fighting, wrestling up, or building a stand-up from guard style, that does not make it bad. It just means you need to know what problem you are buying it for. If your problem is seated guard, this is not the first answer. If your problem is supine guard retention, meaning people keep pacing you when you are on your back, then this is exactly the kind of material you should be looking at. The third weakness is price. $297 is not cheap, even if the page sometimes shows a lower sale price. For a serious student, the amount of material probably makes the value easier to justify. But for a casual hobbyist who is not going to study it deeply, it can still be expensive. This is not the kind of thing I would tell everyone to buy blindly. You should check the course page, look at the sections, look at the current sale price, and ask yourself if guard retention is really the main problem in your game right now. So who should buy it? If you are a white belt, blue belt, purple belt, or even higher, and your guard gets passed before you can attack, this course makes a lot of sense. If you are tired of playing guard, like every round is a survival round, this course makes sense. If you keep buying attacking systems, but you never get to use them because people smash through your legs first, this course probably matters more than another submission instructional. This is especially good for people who want to play guard long term. If you are serious about building an attacking guard retention is not optional. It is the foundation. You do not build dangerous attacks on top of a guard that collapses under basic pressure. Who should avoid it? Avoid it if you only want quick moves. Avoid it if you hate detail. Avoid it if you want seated guard or wrestle up material first. Avoid it if your biggest weakness right now is passing, finishing submissions, or top control. And avoid it if you already know you will not study something this long, because the course will not improve your guard by sitting in your BJJ Fanatics library while you keep getting knee cut every Tuesday. Now for price and value. At the full listed price of $297, it is expensive, but the value is still strong if you actually study it. You are getting a complete bundle, both major parts together, and a very deep look at one of the most important skills in Jiu-Jitsu At a sale price, the value becomes much easier to justify. But again, do not assume the price is always the same. Check the current course page and check out before buying. Now for the rating. For teaching clarity, I give it a 9.5. Lachlan and Ariel are detailed, clear, and serious about the subject, but the density means some people will need to rewatch sections. For real training usefulness, I give it a 9.7, because guard retention is one of those skills that immediately affects live rounds. If you improve here, everything else in your guard gets better. For organization, I give it a 9. The split between around and under passing and through the legs and close range makes sense, but the size of the course can still feel heavy. For price, I give it an 8.5. The value is there, but only if you actually study it. If you buy it and barely watch it, it is expensive. For who it helps most, I give it a 10 for guard players who keep getting passed before they can attack. My final score for Guard Retention Anthology by Lachlan, Giles and Ariel Tabak is 9.2 out of 10. I would not call it perfect for everyone. It is long, dense, expensive at full price, and not the answer for seated guard or wrestler problems. But if your biggest issue is that your guard gets passed constantly, this is not extra information. This is probably the missing layer that makes the rest of your guard start working. If the problems from this review sound like the same problems you keep running into during training, the link to the full instructional is in the description and pinned comment. Check the course page, check the current sale price, look for any active discount code, and decide if it fits your game before spending the money. Also, comment where you are from, what jiu-jitsu gym you train at, what belt you are, and what instructional has helped your game the most. And if there is another instructional you want me to review next, put it in the comments. Subscribe if you want honest jiu-jitsu instructional reviews that help you figure out what is worth your time, what fits your game, and what you can probably skip before you pay for another course you never finish.